So I'll do the reading and then I'll turn the computer and you all can say whatever you'd like. Yes, please. Right.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock, Monday, April 19th. We're going to open. I'm Ray Lockwood, Chairman of the Cuyahoga County Industrial Development Authority. And I'm going to open the public hearing for global comments. I'll ask Tracy Verrier now to read into the record the resolution.
So I'll first read a description of the project, and then I'll give an overview of the benefits being discussed. Okay, project description. Global Common Energy LLC for itself or on behalf of an entity to be formed here in the company previously submitted an application to the agency requesting that the agency consider undertaking a project, consisting of the appointment by the agency of the company as agent to undertake the planning, design, construction, and commencement of the operations of an anaerobic digestion, processing, and renewable natural gas RNG collection system to be located at 5004 White Road, Union Springs, New York, including the construction of RNG improvements and systems for the offsite distribution of pipeline grade RNG, including anaerobic digestion facilities, RNG compressors and piping systems, RNG processing and cleaning facilities, along with various on-site improvements, site work and related improvements, and the acquisition and installation in and around the improvements of certain machinery, equipment, and other items of tangible personal property, the equipment and collectively with improvements to the facility, and entering into a straight lease transaction within the meaning of subdivision 15 of section 854 of the act, pursuant to which the agency will acquire a leasehold interest in the facility for a period of time and sublease such interest to the facility back to the company, the straight lease transaction. The agency is contemplating providing financial assistance to the company with respect to the project, collectively the financial assistance in the form of an exemption from all state and local sales and use taxes with respect to the qualifying personal property included in or incorporated into the facility or used in the construction and equipping of the facility, and a mortgage recording tax exemptions for financing undertaken in the connection to the project. So I'll note at this point that the mortgage recording tax is no longer a necessary exemption. So for the authorizing resolution, that will come out, but for the purposes of the public hearing, I'll include it just to be official. The amount of the exemptions, the total project budget is $12,600,331. The project is anticipated to create about 2 jobs, and the benefit being contemplated is sales and use tax in the amount of $313,698 and a mortgage recording tax not to exceed $75,602. Again, the mortgage recording tax would only come into play if financing were needed, but the approval will likely not include that. So that is an overview of the project. And I will turn to the group.
At this point, we'll enter any comments onto the record. If anyone wishes to appear in person or phone or Zoom in. Bob or Doug, you want to describe the project and how you what the benefit is?
Spruce Haven Farm has been here since 1987, and we've worked on optimizing renewable natural gas for 20 years. And it led us to Denmark, Germany, and finally to see it actually happening in Cuyahoga County is really exciting. It's really a way to fully recover the carbon in a food production system in a way that's profitable for the farm. And Bob has done a terrific job of finding a good investor. He's gone through a lot of different options, and the investor we finally settled on is already committed to Cuyahoga County. They sell gas to the milk plant and other customers here. And they bring a lot of resources and expertise. So really feel good about working with them. So Bob.
Yeah, so as Doug mentioned, he and I met in the early 2000s, I guess, and I had had an opportunity to work with Doug on his original digester and cogeneration system. And we've kept in touch since a number of years now, I guess, isn't it, Doug? And yeah, we're really excited though to transition the project into renewable gas. It's Doug's project is I think the only, certainly one of the only projects that will have direct injection into the NYSEG distribution system. So that'll minimize the impacts and help the economics of the project. So we won't have trucks of any kind going back and forth. And it's a really great project, opportunity for the dairy and for the environment as well, I guess I would add. Right. So we're looking forward to finishing it. I should mention our investor is, Doug alluded to them, is UGI. They're the largest or one of the largest gas companies in Pennsylvania, but they do work all over the country, I think all over the world, including for the milk plant. As Doug mentioned, they're the gas supplier for the milk plant. So we're real excited and look forward to working with you, and we appreciate your help.
Absolutely. Thank you.
When do you expect the project to be online?
You know, I think a little over a year from now, it should be running. There's long lead times on certain pieces of equipment. So I'm hoping in the next week or two, we'll make deposits on equipment. And we've signed a joint venture agreement last week or no, we didn't sign it. We finalized it. I'm going to sign it today, actually, the joint venture agreement with UGI, and Doug's close to signing an agreement with a project company agreement with the dairy and UGI.
So farm will have a small interest in the company, just to play the game, try to have a better handle on it longer term, and hopefully maybe our share can eventually grow.
Okay, we'll take any comments from the public.
Yes.
Have you received any letters or anything like the last time?
We have not received any letters. So last time, one of the comments that expressed concern was about use of the roadway with the trucking, which is now no longer part of the project because NYSEG is putting a pipeline down and the natural gas, or the renewable natural gas will go straight into the pipeline. So there's actually no additional truck traffic related to this project. Is that correct?
Correct.
So that concern has been addressed with the project scope. Otherwise, I think the other comments were relatively positive last time around, and I think there was support for the idea of diversifying income for farms and offering opportunity for our agricultural industry to have a different base of income to support farms. And there was one concern generally about IDA incentives, but they were not project specific. So, but we did not receive any additional comments for this public
Great. Well, anyone's welcome to come and see the farm anytime. We love to share what we do, and people are always amazed at how complicated and sophisticated it is. High technology. So most people have no idea.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give her a few minutes.
Yeah.
So somebody can't say.
Where did you grow up?
I'm right here in Auburn.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Where'd you get your training?
Here.
ongoing.
Yeah,
Still going. Still doing training. All that fun stuff.
that's great. Well,
She worked for what was the credit union she worked for?
Empower.
Oh, nice.
Empower Federal Credit Union.
nice.
Yes.
So Taylor's a local, and
Great.
she wants to bring her son to see the cows.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great.
She's not been with us quite a year, right?
Not quite. We're getting closer. We're pushing a year, right, Taylor? July?
Close. August?
August.
Sometime in the summer. We're pushing it.
Great.
Yes.
So you still live in the city, or did you move out the country?
No, I still live in the city.
Taylor, I think, is a city girl.
Yeah.
And,
Country living is not for me.
I don't think Taylor would want more than one.
no,
No.
what other initiatives are you looking at these days?
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
All sorts of stuff. Oh, we're building a sewer.
Yeah, yeah. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose her to a sewer company. She just so in love with it
I see.
for the milk plant.
Oh,
It's,
you mean a separate one? Or
yeah,
an add-on to?
What's the sewer project, Tracy?
So over at the industrial park in Aurelius,
Right.
their capacity is becoming stretched.
This is where the milk plant is?
yes.
Okay,
Um,
We've been-
so,
There's been sewer issues,
yeah,
overflows and that.
okay.
so we're running a bypass line for just the industrial park tenants to use as a much larger force main instead of a gravity line.
So it's a two-phase project.
Okay,
So we're just building a sewer.
yeah. They're expensive projects, though, I'm sure.
It- Not as much as it could be, but it's
Yeah.
a hefty price tag.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not free.
Right around million, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll probably be $1,000,000.
Tracy was very good about getting, would we get half of them grants or more?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
And,
Who's giving you the grant money?
so we got some money from ESD and we're applying for EDA.
EDA is,
I wonder if there's gonna be,
Administration,
would there be any coming from,
federal.
should I call Cackle and see about that new infrastructure stuff?
Can't hurt.
Okay.
I could call John.
Ray, I was gonna mention, I'm not really spending much time on this, but I have a business partner I've worked with before. They're specializing in these federal grants. And something like this might be a fit, I don't know.
Who's that?
The company is called Hoagland Energy, but they've hired a consultant, a guy named Colin Vissering, and he kind of specializes in FEMA grants and these other federal grant programs. So I was thinking of bringing it up to you. I mean, there could be more significant amount of federal grant money around if you wanted to talk with them. I'd be happy to set that up.
Sure.
Um,
Even if it don't fit this project, we,
You might have other things. Yeah, that's what I was, because the reason I'm familiar with you guys were part of the New York Prize microgrid program, I think. So,
Yeah, the county.
right. Yeah. So I actually worked on 4 or 5 of those. So those towns are going back because the state kind of pulled the funding on those projects. But so they're going back now to try to get funding, and it's pretty broad based. Like we have one town that's getting like a lot of water and sewer project funding, as well as project funding for energy. They're going to put in grant applications for it. So I was thinking about Auburn. That you might be a fit. It's probably worth a phone call anyway to see if there's an opportunity there.
yeah, I didn't know if that new infrastructure that they're talking about.
Could be, it's hard to tell. But maybe they're slowly getting information about how it's gonna go. 13.
Okay, it's a 4:15. If we're still taking comments and anyone wants to call in within the next few minutes. If not, we'll have an opportunity tomorrow night that they could call in at 4:00 for our monthly Cuyahoga County Industrial meeting. If there's no further comments or discussion, we will close the public hearing at this point. Thank you.
I would actually say if anyone's got comments, they can email them over.
Yeah, I always forget about email. I hate email. I absolutely hate it.
It's just we don't put this in link out to the public. We only have it YouTube streaming.
Okay.
Folks can't necessarily call. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Chase.
Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor.
You're welcome.
anything in? Gracie?